My name is Rhapsody and welcome to Arcanium. It's written directly on the screen in front of me, no less. Arcanium is a single-player deck builder roguelike developed by Super Combo and published by Rogue Incorporated. I'd like to say at the top of this series, thank you very much to Rogue Incorporated and Super Combo for sponsoring a series on this game. There are going to be 3 videos on this game coming out relatively soon covering the new Azir update that had just released. Now, I do have some previous experience in this game. How much time actually do I have? 9 hours. Okay, I have 9 hours worth of experience in this game. This game is currently in early access. You'll be able to find a link at the top of the description down below to purchase it for yourself on Steam. We can see here at the bottom an early access roadmap, something I always love to see when I'm playing an early access game. Make sure that there is a plan going forward and transparency with respect to that plan. Always glad to see that kind of thing. Now, my mastery level is already level 7, but can I get the tips? Okay, cool. We have tips on. I'm going to need the tips on so that I can reintroduce this to y'all. Complete a run to unlock Apex difficulty, where you control your doom. Each Apex adds modifiers onto your run. Custom Apex coming soon. I've seen systems similar to an Apex kind of system in my past. So at the very start here, we're going to be able to select a party. Currently, we have Angon, Aurora, Leon, Ragnarok, Shinzo, and Tara all available. No second page for me to go to, so let's click Angon. We can see that Angon is higher in utility, lower in attack and speed, and medium in endurance. If I took them out, we can then see that Aurora is very high in attack, very low in speed, right? So we're trying to make a relatively balanced team between these between these 6. Or maybe not a balanced team, but a team that has a specific strategy it is trying to exploit. Here, however, at the moment, I believe I'm probably going to be best served by trying to go for a relatively balanced team. So we've got Tara there, Shinzo. That's pretty good. Do we have anyone we can get with a bunch of speed? Ragnarok's not the one we're looking for there. Does anyone have that much speed? Okay, the highest speed so far is just 1 little pip. So, it makes me feel like I'm not too slow right now. Take Ragnarok for endurance here too. Sure. I'm pretty sure the top 3 are the ones that I played, but actually it might be Aurora, Leon, and Milady. I think I played Milady as well, so that's interesting. It's coming soon now. Must be reworked. They have available heirlooms here. By base, I can just get the health plus 8 on the mercenary Ragnarok, the Crocodile General of Anador. And then we can see as we level up individually each of these characters, each of these heroes, we'll be able to unlock other things for them. The Crescent Blade, your minions gain +1/+1, and then Renegade Armor, whenever you're attacked by a minion, destroy it to gain 4 health. Damn, destroy and gain 4 health. That's ridiculous. That's wild as hell. Can't wait to possibly get the opportunity to use that. There's our heirloom for this character. Now let's have a look across at our abilities. So we can see 3 starter cards and an ultimate, and then we can see a decent amount of unlocked cards thereafter. I'm not going to go through every single one of the unlocked cards, but I will go through the starter deck as well as the ultimate, because those are going to be the ones we're going to see most consistently here. We can introduce any of the others should we pick them up. Tail Lash. We can see that this character is Void and Nature. So Void is Umbra, Spirit of Decay and Deception, reckless color that relies on absorbing the energy of the living whilst unleashing the power of death. So we've got something like necromantic in this various realm, kind of like corrupt-ish kind of situation. And then Nature, Sunseer, Spirit of Growth and Fortitude, passive aggressive color, which relies on keeping your team healthy whilst dishing out ramping damage. So the first thing we have here is Tail Lash. It is a 2-cost card, deals 5 damage in a cleave. So cleave hits both of the targets to either sides of it, and has Shield Steal. Can I pull up it for its keyword? Yes, I can, but it's not showing the keyword Shield Steal. So for all the damage this dealt, this will provide shield back to you, right? And the shield adds X protection against all incoming damage this turn. an analog might be considered to be something like block. Attack command deals 3 damage. Force the minion in your lane to attack once. So minion is like a summoned unit over the course of a battle. So you'll be able to force your own minion to attack an extra time with this. We can also see range melee. This one has range melee as well. We'll start looking at ranged things later on. For the moment, we see a Reptarian spawn that has promote as a keyword. Minions with promote will kill, then absorb the attack from any minion this minion is replacing. Interesting. So it'll kill and absorb the attack from a minion this minion is replacing. So if you play this over the top of a minion, you will inherit the minion's stats that were there before you. Interesting. We'll be able to make more clear what minions are as we get in here, but at the moment, let's have a look at Reptarian Army. Summons 3x Reptarian spawn in a cleave. Okay, so it's just the card we'd seen previously, and you summon it in an area as well as both adjacent areas. This will make a lot more sense as we see the battlefield. It's just I want to make sure that we introduce the heroes a little bit here as we start off. Shinzo, you can also take a training armor. Your base are Pulverize, 3 cost, Bolster, deals 6 damage in a cleave. Bolster, whenever this hero takes a hit, reduce the cost of this card by 1 AP until played. So AP is the energy cost in this game. We also have Provoke. This is Taunt, draws a card. It is also ranged. We can see the difference between a melee and a ranged attack by the trim of the border for the AP cost of it individually. So it says Taunt, draw a card. Taunt, force all targets to redirect their attacks to the caster, bypasses melee and range restrictions momentarily. Sacred Bulwark, gain 4 shield in a splash, so you want to stand in the middle and then provide this to yourself. And then Shield Wall, block, expend. This is a minion that just has a bunch of health and no real damage. Expend, when the card is played, it is removed from battle. We'll go through ultimates as we get in. I'm not going to describe them right now, despite the fact that there is that keyword there. However, what I will do now is get Tara 8 additional HP and mention that Tara has Toxic Arrow, an arrow that applies 5 poison. Poison is a DOT. You take X nature damage at the end of the round. Doesn't mention if it decreases. I don't remember if it does. There's also a Heartseeker arrow here. Arrow deals 7 damage, deals double the damage if the target is afflicted by poison already. A Sniper Shot, which deals 10 damage, has no range limit whatsoever. And then finally, Bullseye deals 16 damage, refund 3 Fury if lethal. I will get back into Fury as we describe the ultimates later on, because those two tie into one another. Is this going to allow me to read the quick guide? Is it going to load in immediately? Hey, cool, it will. Quick guide. So your main objective in a run of Arcanium Rise of a Khan is to beat the boss to win the run. Boss battles are extremely challenging and will automatically trigger upon reaching 30 steps. Your exploration is when you explore the world at your own pace. You have 30 steps to gear up for the final boss. Stepping on pink tiles will cost a step. Used nodes will not cost a step. Interesting. I thought used nodes did cost a step, so I was always pathing around that. Side objectives. Shard battles appear throughout your run. They're tough battles, but they reward you with the best loot. Side quests are also a good way to receive good loot. We should ensure that our team is healthy before going into any difficult battles. Battles are pretty tough when you're down a hero or 2. It's like a starting boss. Well, I mean, I gotta go for Azir because that is what this update is themed around. Rak'Zar. Rak'Zar has summoned his forces of heat and fury to decimate the land. He will come to find you at the start of the 4th day unless you find him first. Bosses change passives at the start of each round. Bosses are immune to crowd control. They have golden skin, gain immune upon being hit, so we only get to hit them 1 time per turn. Cleanse all debuffs, gain 40 shield is chosen seal, just in case I happen to be stacking debuffs on them, which that's going to be a little bad against our poison. Petrification, gains stasis after receiving 4 hits on a turn. And then finally, Celestial Bond, Sundisk, gives Rak'Zar 25% damage reduction on destroy, applies vulnerable to Rak'Zar. Alright. Let's jump in. All my best foraging spots have been corrupted. This has to stop. Okay, so right now we're watching as a lot of the major shards are spawning in.
Umbra is still raining down shards upon this land. Let's text.
Unfortunately disappeared before I could complete that one right there. So, wait, where am I? I'm here. This is my current node. Okay, so we can see that we've got extra shard battles up here. Defeat a super elite villain. Gain an artifact and 2 abilities. We can see there's a quest start out here. Ultimately, we're going to want to get as much value as we can out of this map as we can in the next 30. We can go to an outpost to buy new minion cards, but I would like to get a little bit more money before we go to that. Directly next to me, I have an Oracle, transmutes cards into new cards. There's also a Breach Elite Battle. Defeat any enemy to expose and destroy the shard. Plus 50% to the enemy's HP here. And then there's also an event as well as a quest start over in this direction. Defense battles, about 4 rounds. Shard battle out there. Boss battle nightmare. This is the final battle. Defeat the boss in the run. Yeah, okay, cool. So we want to stay away from that, which means I'm probably, like, I could loop around here, because down here is a loot cache, just with province stones, an item, and a random ability for each hero. Portals to travel to other provinces. A light shrine. Pray to your spirits to gain permanent upgrades for your heroes. That definitely feels like that wants to be on our line. Buy new abilities as a trainer. Another quest start. I kind of do want to try and take this Breach Elite Battle right now. Oh, that feels like a daft idea, but it also feels like it might be hilariously good if we do okay. Let's do it. Elite Battles. Elite enemies have 50% increased max health, along with giving you more gold for being defeated. They'll also give an artifact and 2 ability cards. Swapping heroes. So you swap heroes between lanes to allow your beefier, stronger heroes to protect the more fragile ones. It'll also affect your positioning. It also is essential in lining up shots for your melee cards, which can only attack the same lane. So a melee card is restricted to only the target directly in front of you. You can see a little analog of the battlefield here. Swapping costs 1 AP for the hero that you are dragging. Cards can either be melee or ranged. Melee, have the sword in the top left, so you can attack the same lane. Ranged also allows you to attack adjacent lanes. Self-cast cards with a single shield indicate they're cast on yourself, and a double shield indicates it can be cast on an adjacent ally. Defeat any enemy to expose and destroy the shard. Enemies respawn after 1 full turn. Alright. Let's fight him then. Can I edit the deck? I don't even think I have anything I can edit right now. The backpack is where you store your artifacts, abilities, and item cards. You can equip up to 3 artifacts and 4 extra ability cards here. Deck maximum is 4 ability cards per character. Using the hero portraits to change heroes. Ability cards are restricted to certain heroes, while artifacts can be assigned to anyone. Your heroes also gain passive bonuses for applying cards to certain slots. So yeah, that's... We don't really have anything we can sub in at this point. Let's jump in. Okay, it's a little quiet on my side, so I'm going to pump this back up. Set hero position, so we can do this before the start of the battle if we feel like anyone is going to be particularly good at countering any certain enemy here. Unfortunately, we don't really know too much about these enemies, so I'm just going to leave Shinzo in the middle. So we can see here on the first turn, their intents are Tailspin to deal 6 damage and cleave, so 6, 6, and 6. And then you're dealing 7 damage in a line. A line deal of damage means that it would go through a minion to me. It's this entire line, save the enemy. And then deal 7 damage, apply blind. So we're going to get a restriction effect there. Sacred Bulwark to apply 4 shield in a splash. I can do that 2 times here. That wouldn't be too bad. Heck, I could even taunt after that. Actually feels pretty good. Wait. Range. Targets the enemy or minion in the caster's lane and adjacent lanes as well. Forces all targets. Oh, okay, so you don't taunt on yourself, you taunt on an enemy. Got it. Okay, that makes sense. We'll see. We'll see what we're going to want to do with that in a moment. Deals 7 damage. Deals double damage if the enemy is afflicted by poisons. This feels kind of simple. We're just going to... Wait, that didn't poison you, did it? It did poison you. Right, Toxic Arrow, of course. Then we hit you with a Heartseeker. Nice. Heck of a lot of damage right there. Attack command. Force the minion in your lane to attack. We don't have one. Shield steal. Okay, so since we're attacking and shield stealing, we know that the provoke wants to take that attack there. And then, sure, deals 3 more damage. Actually, maybe I move you over. Oh, we're taking the same amount of damage. Never mind, I thought that was a clever play, but apparently it's not a clever play. We are now blind, which means we cannot target enemy heroes, which is really unfortunate. When we have such useful things otherwise. Deal 10 damage, no range limit. I mean, like... Shard exposed. Oh, okay. That's not great for us. I thought that was immediately going to end the fight. Okay, so Searing Stinger is going to apply 5 vulnerable to Ragnarok. That's not great either. So I'll gain some block. You may as well move over. No reason not to there. Okay, so the poison does decrement at the end of round. Okay, as long as it hasn't respawned yet, so I can still deal some damage here. More poison. 23 damage to that. Now here is the ult. So, as I've been using abilities of each of these characters and hitting the enemies, I've been building Fury. Fury is this little charge directly below the character that I'm indicating currently. Once it fills, you have the ability to draw your ult. You would note that I didn't have my ult on any of the previous turns. So here, I've drawn my ult, and it has a new cost. Its cost is Fury. Its cost is not AP. So, deal 16 damage, apply 3... refund 3 Fury if lethal. Fury being the thing that I use to cast these. So if I pulverize there, I could then bullseye to get 3 Fury back on Tara really quickly, or I could just use this for the damage. I think I just use this for the damage, frankly, actually. That's what matters most to us. All right, and then we'll have Shinzo draw their ult as well. Shield wall to block. Right, can do that on this floor to prevent that burn, which I should do. Minions. Minions position themselves in front of your heroes, potentially protecting the hero from harm. Enemies and heroes' minions deal their attack damage at the end of round at the same time. Some of them have pulse effects which trigger at the start of your turn. Let's play you and then get you to attack command a couple times here. Instantly killing an enemy. And then I'll draw my ult for Reptarian Army. I cannot move. There we go. You'll deal more damage at the end of the turn now. Shard destroyed. Got him. Okay, that really didn't seem to cost us too much. I definitely feel like I made the right choice to come here. Elemental Stone. Gain 3 Elemental Stones used for cosmetics. We also have perfect amount of gold right there. We get to choose an artifact. Gain 2 shield whenever you swap lanes. And restore 2 health at the start of each turn. That's pretty big. Gain 4 shield at the start of each turn. That's pretty big too. 4 shield at the start of every turn. Wow. Let's take that. And then put the wooden targ on Shinzo. Okay, and then I get to choose one of these rewards as a thing that I get to cast. Shield Seal in a line is pretty good. Dash. So Dash gives you the ability to move while you cast this card. Shield Sin aligned pretty good. So now we have that ability unlocked here. We'll add it into the deck. We can see if we get 2 more cards into the deck, we're getting a slot bonus, which is +1 to redraw. I believe that means we draw an extra card every turn. I think I've already equipped that, just in the other screen. All right. We'll travel up. Defensive battle, just survive. I'm thinking I just want to go up and around that way. Let's go to this defensive battle. All right, Scarus Tamers. What do you got? 5 damage as well as... Is these summons? Yeah, it's summoning 2 desert snakes. That's not great, but only 5 damage is pretty good for us. I mean, I can just taunt you. Take your damage. Probably want to summon my own Reptarian spawn here. Means like Reptarian spawn summon. Command. You have 1 AP left on you, just if I ever want that. Wait, hang on. At the end of round. So I can't just like pulverize and then your end of round. Is it the end of my round? End of their round? Am I really willing to risk 5 HP to try and find out? Not really, no. I got a fair few things that attack in a line, so I don't feel too bad. Deals 6 and a cleave, so that would actually kill both of the enemy minions. You're already dead to yours. Plus 20% power per stack, gains 1 stack per turn. All stacks are lost upon being destroyed. Good for us right there. Ooh, another Reptarian spawn on my own Reptarian spawn. Feels good. Actually, we definitely do that. And then we leave ourselves with the ability to pulverize across the board. This is respawning next turn. At least it's going to try. Also attacking the line. Ranged and ranged. This has no range limit, though. I can just use this to kill you, saving the spawn. And then, sure, we'll get some poison out. So while they will attempt to respawn and succeed to respawn, I have managed to control the battlefield and establish myself a little bit more in the interim. And in fact... There we go. You're back down. Let's draw your ult. And yours. Get him, Reptarian army. Folks not going to be able to target over there. Thankfully, I do have just my straight up ult. You solicit their attack there. Okay, so it's attacking specifically that line rather than that target. Got it. Well... Wait, but that... Okay, so the poison happened before the enemy actually attacked. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Got it, got it, got it. We can tail lash in the main area here. That works, that works. Then you have... Let's just throw out the 17 straight damage, and then that'll take that out at the end of this turn. There we go, another Reptarian spawn. Got him. Excuse me? Oh, right, of course, it's a defensive battle. So of course they're gonna respawn. I can't just win the fight. Although I also did that. Mark the Prey, Mark. Apply 2 vulnerable upon hitting the target with any nature card. Interesting, interesting. Tara is sub-themed nature. Shinzo is sub-themed nature. Ragnarok is sub-themed nature. It feels like this is reasonable for us. There's also a mark to lob. When you lob, you always target the back line, skipping any minions. Deal 5 damage and a splash upon hitting any target with an elemental card. I think we'll go with Mark the Prey. Vulnerable is going to stack in a particularly good way for us. Let's straight up equip that on Ragnarok instantaneously. We'll try and pray to the spirits to permanently upgrade your heroes. Choose blessing for the rest of the run. Heroes start battles with 5 AP, so we get to cast a lot more on turn 1. Void damage increased by 25%. We have no void. And dampening allows to dispel to all enemies at the start of each turn. Dispel will remove positive effects. Marks cannot be removed. It's got to be mastery, right? We have very many expensive cards. Seems like a good idea for us. Maybe I'm not looping around this way yet. Because this is a loot cache. Feels bad to turn that down. Got a ram loot chest. This should help. Open it up. It's the foley they make. Items are powerful helpers. We can see items down here being dragged across. They're powerful helpers that reset at the start of each battle. There are a certain number of charges or uses per battle, so use them at the right time for maximum impact. They are occasionally awarded after battles in loot caches, and can be purchased in any town. Nice. We can apply 4 poison per fight. Neat. We also got 3 elemental stone, 6 damage in a line, deal 5 damage, deal double damage if your lane is occupied by an allied minion. Okay, that's pretty good for us. We'll also take Seismic Strike. I'm probably not going to take Explosive Trap. I'm not really an elemental deck at the absolute least at the moment. Could be in the future. Not yet, though. Defeat any enemy to expose and destroy the shard. I'll take the landmark here with a quest on. Buried treasure. Event name. This looks like the map to something. Maybe it's buried treasure. Let's check it out. Might be something useful. Ah, so the end of this quest is up in the top of Arnador now. Maybe I go to this loot cache and then down to the portal? I can see myself doing that. We've also got the camp over here where we upgrade cards or restore party health. What do you got for us, Ramcash? Consume up to 5 poison on the target. Deal 4 damage per poison removed. Easy choice there. Destroy all shield and deal 6 damage in a cleave. Teleport to any lane on barrel roll. That's pretty good for you. We get another poison vial. Nice. We're going to be stacking those consistently. So we go Breach Battle, Light Shrine, and then Portal, I feel. So we could look at all of these enemies and all of their cards before we go into each individual fight, but I am spending a lot of time reading and not much time playing right now, so... feeling a little keen to change the orders of those. Yeah, I didn't take that. I didn't take that. Okay, cool. Just making sure that none of that was incorrectly done. Destroy the shard. Defeat enemies to destroy the shard. To expose the shard. Shard stays exposed for a round, and then new enemies spawn in. Got it. Is that tooltip gonna... Nope. It's gonna stay. Okay. Pulverize to attack an AoE. Ooh. Wow, I actually have a lot of damage available to me right now. We go Raptarian Spawn, then Sneak for a lot of damage. And then we can attack for also a lot of damage. Gosh, let's go for the Pulverize. Right? Seems like a good target to me. Consume poison on target. This is actually really good as well. We'll poison you. Then 14 damage. And then Envenom to deal 20. Immediately dunked on you. That gives us the ability to get this Pulverize through a lot easier. Easier. Alright, you've got enough AP to defend yourself a little bit better there. The sniper shot can even go out, so just instantaneously kill that target. So while we have exposed the shard, they are just going to respawn this turn. So we want to do a turn where we're setting them to low HP, and then when we're executing them for having low HP. No, wait, never mind. They haven't respawned. Okay, so that's not necessary for us. Buff this minion in front of us, and then deal, frankly, an absurd amount of damage. It's got a Reptarian army that I can now throw out as well. Gosh. Oh, this is actually just mean now. There we go. Apply poison up there. Draw ult, sure. Then I'm just gonna blow that up. Shard destroyed. Get him. We can see some battle details and battle stats thereafter. Not really something I need to dig into at the moment, though. Obsidian Arrow deals piercing damage, so that piercing damage goes under a shield. There's also a multi-shot over here, deals 5 damage. Deal an extra 5 damage per arrow card in your hand. And then finally, extra arrows. Choose an arrow card in your hands. Shuffle 2 copies of it into your deck that cost 0 AP expend. Now, let's actually have a look at Tara's cards in her deck at the moment. We have... Oh, the sniper shot is not considered to be an arrow. That was the one I was going to want to put in there. I mean, getting 0-cost Heartseeker arrows is pretty damn good still. Extra arrows is not a bad one here. Good lot of gold right there too. All right, Light Shrine. Add 1 protection card to each hero's deck, which is a crafted card that gains 14 shields, so it just protects them on the individual turn that you played out. There's also Unity here. Start battles with a Soldier of Luna minion in each lane. That's actually really good because it means I get to promote over the top of them very quickly. And apply 2 cleanse to all heroes at the start of each turn. While that is neat, I'm going to take the Unity. I think that's a really neat pickup for us right there. Neat, 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 neat. Apparently it's the word of the day today. All right, portal. Oh. Oh, okay. I thought this looked familiar. These two are connected. Got it. Got it. Oh. That makes so much more sense. All right, I'm going to want to work my way around to here, so something like this seems pretty good to me. I may have to turn the tips off just to get that one to disappear. No, I'm not seeing tooltips there. All right. The faster I can get off Ragnarok's ult, the far better off we're going to be. That's a lot of attack commands. They're trying to apply 4 bleed to me. You're trying to summon a hatchling, and you're dealing 8 damage to a line, which will kill my Soldier of Illinar. Like, I can deal a bunch of damage to you, but can I kill you this turn? Not really. So you need to take... So you're taking 7 at the end of this turn. Why are you taking 7 at the end of this turn? 2 damage is being dealt by the Soldier of Illinois, but this is going to be dead. Hey? Attack command's pretty valuable over here regardless. We can have Shinzo take that bleed. So 4, 3, 7. I do that, and then that again, and then move over, and then that? That should save the Soldier of Illinois, right? Yes. Seems to have done so. So the end of round is the end of my own turn. Got it, got it, got it. Okay, so Pulverize will actually cut through to the right thing. Oh my god, we've got 3 abilities to promote here. Choose an arrow card in your hand, shuffle into the deck with 0 copies. Okay, cool. That's target on yourself. Target the Heartseeker arrow, definitely. Let's use Pulverize to expose the shard over there. You are not doing anything. You are gaining shield and backlash this turn. Backlash being kind of a recoil, spikes, thorns, etc. Okay, I can put poison on the shard 2 times. Start out with a Heartseeker arrow. Deal some more. Okay, so I can't get that to attack me over here, unfortunately. I would have to play over my own shield wall if I wanted to use that. Not super keen to do that. Just upgrade all of those minions. They're dealing pretty fierce amounts of damage now. Wait, actually... I don't... Oh. I mean, that's gonna die, right? Yeah. You're already dead. To your poison. Take our gold. Draw a random arrow from your draw pile and reduce its cost to 0. I do like that. Seems totally reasonable to take and equip. Do we now have her to the point that she's got an extra redraw? We do. So we want to get 1 more card on you as well for the sake of an extra redraw. Sure, I'm just going to put a Sweeping Strike in there. Just get you that. Essence upgrades permanently empower a hero by choosing one of the following upgrades. So we can get increased AP, gain 1 AP at the start of the turn, 1 extra AP that is at the start of the turn. We can also upgrade our ultimate card a maximum of 1 time per hero. I like that. I feel like I'm activating it quite consistently on this bad boy right here, Ragnarok. So Ragnarok's upgraded ult is... Where is it? Do I not get to see your ult from here? Not what I can see. Nor from there. I will see it in a battle then. Finding abilities, Assault Elite Battle. Good. Major Shard of Umbros just dropped. A lot of value over in that other direction right now. So we have 2 enemies on the field that are have passives. One of them has Blood Frenzy, deal 50% extra damage when under 25% health. And then another passive, Synaptic Bond. Restore 15 health in a splash whenever an enemy is destroyed. So that one's going to be a pretty primary target for us, I feel.
You will not be safe anywhere in this forest. The eyes of my pack are always watching.
Says the feral Razorfang. I don't know how I'm going to get that to disappear, unfortunately. So we'll just live with it at the moment. Let's apply that in cleave, snapshot, the arrow. Heartseeker, nice. Gosh, the enemies are really looking to do some damage. This is in a line as well, so it will kill the Soldier of Illinois and also the Reptarian spawn, rather, should I put that out? If I provoke you, that attack in a line is not hitting no, it is hitting the Soldier of Illinois here. Unfortunate. I probably want to get Ragnarok across there and then hit with double tail lash, which means we'll spawn you. And then Shinzo has to be the one that moves us away. Gained enough health there to stand on my own 2 feet. Speaking thereof, we will deal 14. 14. This target now dies to their poison. Should not be taking their 12. Hatch Surrogate needs more poison on them. Otherwise, they're going to be a problem. So with that unit rooted, they are not going to be able to move. You can see visually already represented on them. Extra power per stack, as well as restore 15 health. AoE, of course. I mean, I won't be able to move you, will I? Can't move you individually. It's 20 incoming damage, though, is the thing. It's just slow. No range limit on this sniper shot, so we can throw that out in that way. Would not be a bad target either. Cool. Use draw alt. Down the Reptarian army, just upgrading all of these. Then you have 1 more AP. Their AP is designated on their individual card as well, by the way. It's the amount of bubbles filled in here, just in case you'd not known how much AP any of these characters had at any one time. My apologies on that. That is how you will know for the future. Just getting some shield in the splash, just prevent Ragnarok from taking as much damage as it appears like they are currently going to. Another unit die there. We're going to get you back. Yes, you've come back onto the field. That is okay. I only have to kill one more of them anyway. Double attack command is pretty great here. You move across. Reptarian spawn. Attack. Get him. I believe that they are already got. Elusives. These sneaky little scavengers loot battlegrounds when enemies die. They can only be seen briefly for one turn and are only visible during the daytime. Killing them will reward you with the collected loot they have, but they do not count towards battle objectives. Let's see if we can see an example of this. Yeah, okay, so it would just spawn at the end of battle. Doesn't appear any of them did spawn there, so we just got that for nothing? Although maybe one would have spawned had the fight continued. Lightstones for cosmetics. Your ranged abilities have no range limit. Oof. That'd be pretty good on our archer right there. Restore 1 health whenever you damage an enemy. Also pretty good on the archer right there. I'll take Zora's long sight though. Sweeping strike already upgraded 9 damage and cleave after destroying all shield. That feels pretty good. We'll equip that to you and cut the one we already put in the deck. Everyone's looking pretty damn good right now, in my opinion, at the absolute least. It's very treasure. There's another shard battle just spawned over there, though.
Isn't it beautiful how sunlight rays pass through the forest canopy?
Got 30 gold for that. That was a lot less than I was expecting. Let's go to this loot cache. A stag loot cache. We get a potion of swiftness, break from all stun and root to the target. Charge once per battle. That is already great. There's also a headbutt here for 12 damage on Shinzo, who typically doesn't deal that much damage. I like that. Live Steal on Murky Strike. Deal 6 damage in a line live steal. That's also pretty dang good. Start swapping things out of their base deck for these. 4 shield and splash is nice, but if I deal enough damage to the enemies, I'm not going to have to worry about that much. Murky Strike. I guess I could take that over Tail Lash pretty happily. And then here, Explosive Arrow. Do I want to take an Explosive Arrow? It does splash damage from afar. I don't know about that one, though. We'll reassess that in the future. Here's a shard battle of normal difficulty for us against Noxia. Your travels introduce you to a businesswoman planning to transform an old ghost town into a mercenary outpost. She's displeased to hear that the encampment may currently be occupied by Aranax's army.
Clear them out, and I'll have respected patrons available to you in the flick of a whisker.
Confront Noxia inside the outpost. You unlock an outpost, but enemies gain 25% power in this fight or all fights. All villains start the next battle with 25% power, lasts X battles. Okay, so not all fights. Whew. So got an item here. We've got 3 items already plugged in. Nice, let's go. Restores 30 health in a splash whenever an enemy is destroyed, so we definitely want to focus on destroying her.
Spiders crawling up your back.
Have you ever had to split an arrow in 2 on a moving target? Twice? Keep your eyes open. As much as I do want to kill the ones that are multi-striking for 1 billion trillion damage, this fight also will end as soon as I kill the Super Elite. So by my estimation, we should probably kill the Super Elite. I know. I don't know where I come up with these things either. Get him. Get him. Damage alliance, damage cleave. Maybe I want to save some AP from this turn. Just using that to try and pick up some shields here so that I don't take a bunch of damage. I can take some excess damage there too. Actually, that also lowered the cost of Pulverize from Bolster. Bolster, of course, again, being whenever this hero takes a hit, reduce the cost of this card by 1 AP until played. That's actually really exciting. Do I want to take the bleed? I may actually want to take the bleed here. There you go, provoked. Give me that bleed. I'm just going to be better capable of dealing with it. Alright. Reptarian Spawn. We also have Root applied to us at the end of this. 2 Sacred Bulwarks I can use myself. 6 damage in a line with Shield Steel with a Spiderling there already as well. Pretty keen on that. Consume up to 5 poison on the target, deal 4 damage per poison removed. So 20 damage damn near instantaneously over here. That's pretty good. Hmm. 20 damage in a line, eh? I'm just going to leave Murky Strike in hand and use that to attack next turn, try and gain myself some HP back. Gosh, it actually feels like I want to move to the middle. Use this to draw my ult. Play the ult. It's 20 damage in line from you as well. Oh, that 30 damage splash reaches all of them. Oh, that's certainly a lot worse in my mind. Feeling a lot less confident than I did a couple moments ago. I could try and block there, but there's no great reason to. My minion! At least the enemy's going to summon something, so I got Murky. Following this up later. Shuffle 2 poison cards into the target's deck. If I don't play too many cards, I'm not going to be redrawing that many cards, so nice try, bud. Nice try, I'm on to you. Not super keen on the damage coming out from that, though. Provoke that far. Yeah, this sweep is not kind. Maybe I spend too much of my time trying to target a very specific only one enemy kind of situation. Maybe this is my bad. this was definitely his band. We may need some sort of a heal eventually. Feels just a bit likely to me. Okay, here's our poison card. You are shackled. Apply 5 poison to your shelf. A shackled card cannot be discarded in the Fury Furnace. Oh. You can straight up discard cards for Fury. I did not know that. Neat. Let's throw a Murky Strike through here. Draw an alt. Play that there. Summon a couple of those bad boys out. 15 to play route. Let's teleport a lane across. Because I ought to be able to better deal with the damage on Shinzo. I'll take the damage where I can get it. We're going to use the ult this turn. There we go. And that'll block the entire attack here because this is a block minion. The minion protects the hero behind it, making that minion untargetable. Why is it still saying I'm taking 20 damage? 20 damage in a line. That'll go straight through the block then. Apparently. But it visually showed it wasn't doing that anymore. Oh, guess I took the damage anyway. Quick draw, extra arrows, another venom. Just looking for as much damage as I can get here right now. Right here, right now. I can't try and kill anyone else on the field because then Noxia is going to restore 30 health. Splash. This feels bad. Okay. 14 poison, eh? Come on. Give me an arrow. Excuse me? Alright, apparently we didn't have any arrows. Guess maybe I should have looked at my draw pile, but... So there's the draw pile, that's the discard... Oh, yeah, so you can look at the individual draw pile and discard pile up there, so I didn't have any in the draw pile. Got it. So a draw effect, a specific draw effect, will not recycle your deck in order to get to something that it can affect. To know. Can't move past that, unfortunately. I mean, let's draw a card. Yeah. So we might get something like that where the fight will end. No more Super Elite. Took a lot of damage there, unfortunately, though. We blow up that shard.
My armor will regrow before our next encounter.
Now we picked up 169 gold. Nice. Gain 2 shield whenever you swap lanes. Draw a card the first time you swap lanes in a turn. Interesting. And apply 2 shield to an ally whenever you cast on them. Who swaps lanes most consistently? Probably Ragnarok. Do they want draw out of that, or do they want... Maybe they want draw. Cop those, Ragnarok. Speaking of copying Ragnarok, here is... Ooh, double the damage. Woo! Bolster! Deals 12 damage, doubles the damage if the cost of the card is 0. If I had more self-damage, I'd be actually pretty super dang keen about that one. However, 8 damage, and it's doubled if there's an allied minion. We summon minions at the very start of each fight. This is very seldom, very rarely rather, a whiff for us. So pretty keen on picking that up. Let's also drop another Tail Lash. I think that we're probably going out of Hex and into Nature more consistently on that character. Free real estate. Storyline. Noxia's 8 legs, give out underneath her. She slumps to the ground, finally free of Umbra's influence. With Noxia released from the corruption, the range should stabilize. Region. Oh, that should stabilize. I'm just tripping over myself a lot today. But whether or not the outpost is safe is up to your previous choices. Just restore 12 health to the whole party and then go to an outpost. Here at the outpost, you can recruit minions to help you in your battles. Minions offer great protection and deal damage over time. Some pulse minions even have special effects and do bonus abilities when played or leaving the battlefield. So instantaneously restores 4 health to the caster as the Rage Blood Shaman there. We also have instant deal 6 damage forward and pulse. Apply 4 burn forward. I'll probably take Rage Blood Shaman. Honestly, I don't really want any of these. Yeah, because I'm going to be promoting my own minions a lot of the time. I actually don't think I want any of these. Because a lot of the time, they're just going to overwrite minions I already have on the field. Yeah, I'm actually going to hold off there. Gain an extra AP at the start of each turn. I'm going to put that on our Tara, just because she definitely seems like she would benefit disproportionately from that with the amount of 2-cost cards she has in her deck. And another Stag Loot Cache. What do you got for us, bud? Potion of Dreams. Choose a card from your deck and add it to your hand. Great. There's also another Headbutt for our main, and another Poison and Venom synergy there, and another Murky Strike. My god. They're really doubling down on all of the things that I already showed some interest in. There's a Light Shrine over here. Pray to the spirits and upgrade your hero. We're also an hour in and 13 steps in, which to me says that it is about time to say that my name has been Rhapsody. Let's wait for just a second before I say that my name has been Rhapsody. It will have definitely been Rhapsody. Let me make that clear. It's always Rhapsody. But if I can drop... Provoke has consistently been something I don't actually want to play. If I can drop those 2, and then another Murky Strike, take out the Tail Lash for it. Okay, feeling pretty good about those pickups there. What's this item? Ah, yes, Potion of Dreams. Let's throw that in, get ourselves as much variety as we can in the fight. As many different opportunities to do as many different things as we possibly can. I've already seen all the items. There we go. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Arcanium Rise of a Khan. You'll be able to find the link again at the top of the description down below for ye old Steam page where you can pick the game up to play for yourself. Thank you again to Super Combo and Rogue for sponsoring this series on the game. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.